to Finding Yanis, a blog about my journey to finding and living my creative self. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll know that what that currently means to me is that I'm starting with my wardrobe. And I'm excited about today's video because today I am going to be sharing with you my 5 absolute favourite dresses from my vintage collection, which is quite large. And each of these dresses is really special to me because each of them was actually owned and worn by one of my family members. So I will be sharing with you the dresses and also a little bit about the story of their lives. One of the reasons I'm doing this video is because I'm currently participating in Frocktober, which is a fundraiser for ovarian cancer research where people like me who love fashion get together and wear a dress every day for the month of October and help to raise awareness and funds for ovarian cancer research. So this month I'm actually going to be sharing a lot more than just 5 dresses, and if you want to see more of my vintage collection and keep up with all the dresses, then please follow me on Instagram at Finding Yanis. And if I get really motivated, then I might even do a video with all 31 of October's dresses in it. So if you want to see that, please subscribe. I will leave a link to donate to Frocktober in the comments if you're interested in donating and contributing to very important research for finding early prevention tests and treatments for ovarian cancer. But now onto the dresses. The first dress that I'm sharing is the one that I'm wearing right now. This one belonged to my granny, Aileen. Hi Granny, if you're watching, I'm sure she will be. Granny wore this dress to a function at the Burnie Civic Centre in 1978, and I actually have a photo of her wearing this dress, looking very special next to my granddad. I have actually worn this dress myself as a costume when my school did a production of Jesus Christ Superstar. I absolutely adore the gold detail on the front. It's hard to see from the video, but the dress is a really deep chocolate brown with this gold detail just on the front, and it's just, to me, the epitome of the 1970s. I think my granny wore this in 1978. The next dress is also one of my granny's. This dress is a little bit later, the mid-80s. She wore this dress to a big family reunion, and it was made for her by Mrs. Tucker, who was the person she boarded with in Burnie when she was at Teachers College. Mrs. Tucker was a bit like Granny's second mother, and Mrs. Tucker also made Granny's wedding dress. So she was a very good seamstress and made some beautiful clothes. This dress, even though it's 80s, to me it feels a lot more 60s, 70s. So when I styled the dress to wear myself, I actually tend more towards the 1960s in the way that I dressed it up with jewelry. My favourite thing about this dress is the high sash on the waist. It actually has a lot of wiggle room. You can be different sizes and it still looks good on you. And I really wanted to wear this dress to a formal event when I was pregnant because it would have been perfect for that. But unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity, so maybe next time. The third dress is one that actually belonged to my mother. My mother, hi mum, if you're watching, my mother is an awesome seamstress, and she used to make a lot of her clothes, nearly all of them, and often when I was a kid she'd make herself a dress and then I'd get a mini dress or a skirt out of the leftover material. So I was very fashionable as a child. This dress my mother made to wear to my auntie's wedding. And I actually saw my auntie today and she told me a little bit of the story of this dress. At the time, it was a bit of a thing to guess what colour the bridesmaids would be wearing for a wedding. And so one of the wedding guests, who lived nowhere near my auntie's house, actually did a sneaky drive-by of the house just as my auntie was coming out to get in the car on the way to the wedding. And my mum, who wasn't a bridesmaid, was standing in the driveway wearing this dress, this red dress. And so this person went to the church and told everybody that, oh, the bridesmaids are in red, the bridesmaids are in red. And the bridesmaids turn up, the wedding party turns up, and the bridesmaids are not in red. So it serves you right for doing a sneaky drive-by and trying to spoil the surprise for everyone. I love this dress. It's actually, even though it's, you know, something that I couldn't really wear anywhere anymore, it's such a flattering dress. The ruching, the way the fabric shines, the puff sleeves, like the pointy puff sleeves, are just out of this world. A good puff sleeve makes your waist look tiny, and these ones are wide, so it's really flattering. The other thing I love about this dress, and is a feature in some of the other dresses I have from my mother as well, is that there's actually sewn into the underarms is a little like pad thing in case you sweat, in case you get hot and sweat, so you don't have sweat stains on your dress. And I've never seen a modern dress with that feature, but I think it's brilliant, and I think we need to bring it back because it's all about looking good and having practicality as well. The fourth dress is one of my favorite, I think nearly my favorite dress in my collection. It's another one of my grandmother's dresses, and it was also one of her favorites. It was a very well-worn dress, and I could see why, because I actually wore this dress to a wedding yesterday, and it was kind of cold and rainy. It was an outdoor wedding, and it was literally the perfect dress for the occasion, and I just was so comfortable, but looked amazing at the same time. So this dress is from the 70s. My granny said it was a well-worn dress that was worn a lot back when you used to wear a long dress to go out in the evening. I just adore the pattern on the skirt and just the way it sits and falls. It's really simple, but really flattering dress. And I lied about dress number 4 being my favorite. Dress number 5 is my favorite dress, hands down, in my collection. This dress, when I put it on, I feel like a princess. I feel like I need to go and find a meadow to skip through. It's actually the dress, the bridesmaid's dress from my parents' wedding in 1985. It has the biggest puffed sleeve I've ever seen on a dress. It has the sweetheart neckline, it has the princess waistline. It just wants to make you twirl in a circle. I just can't help myself when I'm wearing that dress. This dress is another one that my mum made herself. She had 3 bridesmaids and a flower girl, so she actually made 4 of these dresses. And I just adore this photo of the 3 of them with the wallpaper and the little flowers in the hair and the 80s hairstyles. Absolute 1980s princesses. So that is my 5 favorite dresses from my vintage collection. If you want to see more, if you want to see the whole 31 days of Frocktober, then please follow me on Instagram at Finding Yanis, and also subscribe to this channel for a future video featuring all 31 dresses. And if you do want to donate to Frocktober, then I will put the link that you can donate in the comments section. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.